the Salopian Mixtape with Michaela Wild and Simon Berry, bringing you Shropshire's best new music.
Hello, welcome to the Salopian Mixtape. My name is Simon Berry.
And I'm Michaela Wild.
And
Hi.
Together we are bringing you the finest music that Shropshire has to offer.
Live from my living room.
Yes.
And also from another location.
Yes, we are in two different places at once today on the podcast because we recorded a bunch of live music and chats with some people performing at Albert's Mixtape, the collaboration between Albert's Shed and the Salopian Mixtape. And it was a fun night.
It was. There was so much music, so much great music, that it was almost impossible to get all of the artists on. It started at a reasonable hour and it ended very late, but it was brilliant from start to finish. You're going to hear music from that and some chat from that over the next couple of episodes. So there's going to be music from Brad Hunter and the Afterparty. You're going to hear music from Gauche. You're going to hear music from Adult Play, and you're going to hear music from...
Whoa.
Yeah, I thought you'd want to say that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and all of the bands on the night were absolutely brilliant and great fun to talk to as well. It was really enlightening, a lot of it. Some of it was really sweet and some of it was just ridiculous. So come and join us on the journey of stupidity that was talking to all these brilliant artists.
One of the interviews was really ridiculous. We'll share that with you on this episode. I think it was... thinking back to that, did we actually talk about anything even marginally sensible?
No, I don't think so. Not really. But
I couldn't tell you what we talked about now.
That pretty much sums up the band entirely. So if you are unaware of the kind of sense of humour that Gauche have, you're going to find out today on the Salopian Mixtape.
We'll start how we start every single episode with this.
Local release of the series.
I'm not sure what I've added to that, Michaela, but I think it sounds great.
The magic of post-production.
Yes, it does leave me with a little bit of a quandary as to going, what do I add now?
Do you want to add this in? Local release of the series.
I'm going to add that as well.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure how well that's going to mix in, but I'm going to make it work.
Thanks.
But I will also add another instrument. I will choose. Leave it to me. It'll be fine. I mean, I've already done it. What are you on about?
So let's hear from this series' local release of the series. She is...
could you just say that again? Because we want to hear the jingle again. Now we just talked about it.
Oh, sorry. We're going to hear from this series'
Local release of the series.
It just gets better every time, doesn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, I think so. I don't know. I'll tell you afterwards. This series, it comes from an artist who is from Market Drayton, and she's been making music, I think, for as long as she's been able to do anything. Music's been so important and so key in her world. She's got a very musical family, a very talented family. I think one of the biggest rooms in her family home is the music room, which is just full of instruments. They jam together, and more often than not, basically the family joined together to perform with Heidi at various performances, gigs and stuff. So we are, of course, talking about Heidi Browne. She's a prolific songwriter, and her most recent release is our local release of the series. We had the first track from it last time, didn't we?
Yes, and it was the very first track from the album, and I think... seeing as we're doing this in a completely unmethodical way, shall we go to the very end of the album next?
I think that's a great idea.
It's a great idea. And if you are enjoying anything that you hear by Heidi Browne, then well done, you have good taste. And you can pick up a physical copy of the album at Spinning Around Records in Wellington.
Yeah, absolutely. So the second track from Spirits Alive by Heidi Browne, I say the second track we're going to play is actually the final track.
Yeah.
This is something you're going to need at the moment with all of the warm weather.
Oh, what is it?
A scarf. Yeah, maybe not, but this is beautiful. Should we let her introduce it?
Let's.
So although this album is technically 5 years in the making, because it was a 5-year wait, the songs were written during that period and previously to that. I didn't sort of sit down and decide to write a new album. And this is just a collection of songs that I had ready to go. Each song takes me between sort of 20 minutes and off and on a couple of days to write. I tend to write just when I'm inspired and just roll with it. The last song on this album is called Scarf, and it's one I wrote actually when I was 21 and I was going away to uni. And it's a sad little song on piano. I'll leave you to listen to that.
Do you remember that scarf that you borrowed last winter? Well, I'm leaving tomorrow and I'd like it back. I've been told that it's cold in the place where I'm going, and I'm leaving tomorrow and I'd like it back. If it's all the same to you, if it's all the same to you. If it's all the same to you, if it's all the same to you, if it's all the same to you, if it's all the same to you. Do you remember that scarf that you borrowed last winter? Well, I'm leaving tomorrow and I'd like it back. I've been told that it's cold in the place where I'm going, and I'm leaving tomorrow and I'd like it back. If it's all the same to you, if it's all the same to you, if it's all the same to you, if it's all the same to you.
So there it is.
Local release of the series.
The jingle does all the talking for us.
It does.
And I just want to show off my amazing musical abilities that is getting progressively more exposing as to how bad I am at this. But it's just a bit of fun. And we did say that we're going to keep on adding to that jingle each and every time.
Can't imagine what that's going to end up like.
Until the beast is so big that it has to cave in on itself. That's basically where we're going with it. But anyway, it's lovely tune from Heidi Browne, and it just shows a little bit more of a delicate side to it as well. Just very, very gorgeous, it were.
Absolutely. And we'll get back to some more new music fairly soon, I think, Simon.
Yes.
I think we need to head now to Albert's Shed, where very recently, I just kicked the table, very recently we went along to Albert's Mixtape, the collaboration with Albert's Shed and the Salopian Mixtape, to witness 4 incredible bands take the stage, each of which were absolutely sensational. We had a chat with all of them. One of the chats was absolutely ridiculous, and I feel like this is going to be enlightening as to what we actually talked about, because I can't remember.
Yeah,
I just remember laughing.
Yeah, exactly. So you're going to hear a chat from the band Gauche, and then following that we're going to play a live song that we recorded on the night, and it was brilliant. Also, big shout out to Bobby, who was doing sound on the night.
Do you know what? The sound was absolutely brilliant. I think we complimented him multiple times.
Yeah,
for
to the point where it sounded like we were taking the mick, but we really weren't.
It's a fine balance, isn't it? Getting live music loud enough so everyone gets to enjoy it,
but not so loud that you lose parts of your brain through your nose.
And also getting like clarity of all the parts. I felt like I could hear every single individual part. You knew what the lyrics were. It was great.
Exactly. So enjoy the silliness and enjoy the live music from Gauche on the Salopian Mixtape.
Bringing you Shropshire's best new music. The Salopian Mixtape.
Oh, Simon, we've just got a round of applause. That was very nice.
I'll take that.
Just lots of cues. Cues and cues.
Well, welcome to the podcast, Gauche. How are you guys?
All right, thanks.
Excellent.
Very good, thank you.
And we've got you before you're going on stage at Albert's Shed here in Shrewsbury this evening. And how excited are you for performing tonight?
Yeah, excited. Yeah, it's going to be a good time. It always is when we play here. Yeah, good people, good fun times.
I've wet myself. Yeah, that's all I've got to add.
That is a lot of excitement.
Chafing.
I can smell the excitement already. Are you looking forward to it?
I could also smell something a bit then. I don't know if that was it, but the time you
It's-
said that,
it's
there
not
was
me.
a,
It's
there
not
was
me.
it's not a good scent. But yes, I'm relatively excited as well.
I mean, obviously, we know the quality of the band is extremely high, but it's no coincidence that Dave and the band has organised the list of performers here tonight.
Friendly tonight, yes. Blue tick parents and stuff like that. Yeah. Well, you know,
So
win.
how did you get this gig?
I literally have no idea. Adam and me have played together in the first bit of Bad Fiancés.
That's right.
And then you guys.
And I played in the second bit.
Yeah. And then, so it's like it's a really, really poor attempt at a supergroup in many ways.
It's funny actually because when Foix arrived, much to Adam's dismay, they called us a Shrewsbury supergroup.
It is. It's a Shrewsbury Shooper group plus me.
We're Telford though. We're Telford.
Of course we are.
And Luke is, to be fair, Luke's Newport, so we are TF.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
push
from
it,
there,
push
you're from
it,
there,
push
but
it.
Yeah,
Newport.
we're
You're a bunch
pushing
of,
it, Newport.
you're a bunch of turncoats though, aren't you?
I mean, he's not wrong.
Yeah, very much the Benedict Arnold of the band.
Bendy Dick Arnold.
Yeah. Dick's just short for Richard.
Yeah, Dick's not sweat.
Leave that in.
I'm definitely the
That's what she said.
the Bendy Richard of the band.
Bendy Richard. There we go. Family friendly.
All jokes aside, though, I mean, you're having a lovely little laugh, but that definitely a lovely little laugh.
It is a lovely laugh.
I feel like I'm not now.
That definitely translates with you guys when you're performing on stage, because this kind of like fun energy, not taking yourself too seriously, but still wanting to do a good job, is the vibe that you give.
Right. Yeah, I guess.
Gauche.
Yeah, I don't think
Gauche.
we have a choice but to not take ourselves too seriously, really. Like, we are some very silly boys, as we proclaim.
No, it's true. It's true.
So, yeah, I mean, like, yeah. It just makes for a more fun show, I think, being, like, not taking it seriously or too seriously. But, yeah, like, obviously we love the songs and we're committed to, like, putting on a good show, really. Like,
I get worried that we'd become too rehearsed
Yeah.
if we had the chance.
We don't want that.
Are you purposefully looking for something that's raw and not polished?
I'd say so, yeah. I don't think, like, for the stuff we do, personally, I just find it sounds better when it's less polished and a bit more, like, raw. Yeah, like, exactly like you said, yeah.
I agree. I mean, that's how it started out. So me and Adam started the band, and we started out by essentially being drunk on rum in our home kitchen and home studio in the kitchen.
Home kitchen as opposed to the work kitchen.
Yeah. and just making tracks, and that's where the first EP came from. It was all made in our kitchen while we were extremely drunk.
Yeah.
On rum tum tugging.
Yeah, and it was all that stuff's a bit different though. Really, that's got more like, if anything, that sounds a little more polished than what we do.
Well, yeah, that's
in some ways.
I guess so. That's because we got to like play with it and master it and things.
Absolutely. And when and then obviously when we started playing live, we brought in our good friend Molby on the drums and Luke on bass,
and that guy as well with the horn.
Yeah, he's a fan. He's a fan.
Yeah.
It's unnecessary.
And the sound kind of changed from there, really, once we brought in the rhythm section and started playing live, and we got a much more kind of that more upbeat, kind of punky, new wavy kind of vibe to it, which
I mean, it was necessary, to be honest, because a lot of the stuff on the EP is recorded with a big 80s Technics organ. Which we literally can't take to gigs, so we've got no choice but to play it all on guitar. So
yeah,
that's incredible. So in terms of recorded music, how much do you guys have, and how much have you got in the pipeline?
Not a huge amount at the moment. We got that first EP we were talking about that we did in the kitchen, and we've got a couple of singles.
Yeah,
and we've got that.
We've got Silly Boys, One Orgazoid,
which was
aforementioned organ.
Yeah,
which was a nod to our roots with me and Adam getting drunk, and we filmed ourselves and recorded the whole thing of us just making up things on the organ. And somehow it was accepted on all the streaming platforms. And also, commercially speaking, is our most our most successful thing.
I think Spotify gave us about 30p or something for that,
as opposed to the 15p from the other stuff.
Yeah. So
I did not know we were this rich.
High rollers.
So how are you going to be reinvesting those big bucks into new music then?
Oh, of course, yeah. We reckon in the next sort of 25 to 30 years we should be in the studio with Rick Rubin, if he's still with us, hopefully, so it's all up from here, basically.
I've put the down payment on a jet.
Yeah.
So
a wise investment, I'd say, especially with that big bucks from Spotify.
I'm not going to travel on it. I just really like Taylor Swift.
And wings.
I'm going to put you on the spot slightly, because you just said about the fact that you don't want to be too rehearsed, and part of the joy is not being too rehearsed. And I did hear a conversation earlier on about Dave asking to play a song that wasn't very stage ready.
Right.
You've kind of dropped yourselves in it now, because then that means we need to hear that.
Well, so I spoke to Luke as well. He really wants to do that. So we wrote a song the other day, which...
Did we write a song,
did write a
Dave,
song.
or did we?
Writing a song is very generous.
It's a song which was written. So we wrote a song.
Musical creation.
Yeah, and it was good.
Song happened.
And it was good. It was a lot of fun.
It was fun.
And it was really...
If people come to our next gig, we'll definitely play it. 22nd of August.
There you go.
Or if there's enough demand from the audience, we might play it.
Come on.
Which
now.
there won't be.
No one's going to hear this.
So Simon and I will bring the demand. Don't worry.
Fat dog, so just shout
It's
for
called
fat
what? Sorry,
dog.
fat dog.
Fat dog.
Fat dog.
Fat dog.
Fat dog.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds
Breeze
good.
it. I think Bobby was after us.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Right.
Bobby's after me.
Thank you very much. That's going to
Thank
take some
you.
editing.
It will take some editing. Thank you very much, Coach. We love you.
Sorry
we
for
shouting
swearing.
Thank you very much.
Hunchback-driven mountain goat beyond the grid. I fell off the planet on an understated dark statue. I never felt my legs break, and I got twisted into. That's always the case with me sometimes. Even though I never come through, I can hardly walk, I can hardly walk. Carry me up, I can hardly walk. The flittering lights of childhood pets, bald wreath. Nasal hair versus navel hair. All you need is 303. I never felt my legs break, and I got twisted into. That's always the case with me sometimes. Even though I never come through, I can hardly walk, I can hardly walk. Carry me on, I can hardly walk. I never felt my legs break, and I got twisted into. It's always the case with me sometimes, even though I never come through. I can hardly walk, I can hardly walk. Carry me on, I can hardly walk. I can hardly walk, I can hardly walk. Carry me on, I can hardly walk.
This next one's by us. It's our last one. Thank you so much. You're all amazing. Thank you for wishing my auntie Christine happy birthday. Thank you for wishing Tam a happy birthday. You're beautiful. We love you. This calls She's Lucid. Let's go, girls! I'm not gonna care about it. I'm backing up through the hedgerows. He thinks like a cucumber. She's always running round the house. They don't keep their money in banks. They bury it under the traffic lights.
jockey.
I've never been on a horse.
But the means justify the ends.
The ends, the ends.
We're chewing on our tails. I'm moving in with your grandpappy.
Don't you hate it when the time runs out in your dreams? Waking up is never as hard as it seems. Live all day just so you can get to the night time. When you wake up, you feel like you've been for a ride. Don't you hate it when the time runs out in your dreams? Waking up is never as hard as it seems. Live all day just so you can get to the night time. When you wake up, you feel like you've been for a ride.
That
The Salopian Mixtape with Michaela Wilde and Simon Berry. You can get your music heard at thesalopianmixtape.com.
Oh my gosh.
Goodness, Gauche's me.
That was just Gaucheous. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Yes.
Feel free, guys, to turn that into a song. You're welcome.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Yeah, no, I mean,
I can imagine them doing that.
They did a brilliant cover of Steve Miller Band's The Joker on the night, which also weaved into different songs like Angel by Shaggy and Weezer as well. It was brilliant. If you ever get a chance to see Gauche live, I absolutely implore you to do that, because they've just got that sort of innocence of freedom of knowing that they can just be silly.
Yeah.
And they're not taking themselves too seriously, which I think works in their favour so well, because they are very good at not taking themselves too seriously.
As you heard when we spoke to them. I think we should hear some more music from them, and then we've got some more brand new music that's come through to us at thesalopianmixtape.com, which is where you can go to send us your tunes if you're making original bangers.
Gorgeous track there. That was E.L. Heath and Karen Vogt here on the Salopian mixtape. And
Spelt how?
Vogt.
Yes, well done with
Vogt.
the pronunciation there.
Thank you. Yeah, and that song called "This Is Spirit," and it's got that feeling of like the mid-90s to it. It's got a really lovely ethereal feel to it, and when the drum and bass kicks in, it's like, this is ace. It's sort of music that just washes over you and takes you away. It's lovely.
That reminds me of like going out on a night out, and as the night starts to wind down, finding a really cool bar and just sitting down and having just that music surround you.
Having something like Orbital playing.
Yeah, you're just having the moment just to kind of like chill and go, oh, I've had a lovely time. And it's just like peak relaxation, but still a vibe.
Nice little hug before I think about what I'm going to do next.
A little hug
Probably
that still makes your butt wiggle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A butt wiggly hug.
A butt wiggly hug from Eric Loveland, Heath and Karen Vogt.
Yes.
Not Vogt.
Not Vogt. So Eric Heath is he's a Shropshire-based artist. We played him on the show a couple of times. He's got many strings to his bow. He's very good at what he does, and because I've known Eric for a long time, and I remember him at the Hive back in the late 2000s, mid 2000s. And he was on stage with about 300 different pedals and a theremin and an organ, and he made it work. He made interesting music all the time and couldn't help himself. I've also got a picture with him I think at some kind of event there at the Hive, and he's playing the accordion. He's a multi-instrumentalist and clearly has a lot of talent and skill and ability, and it's lovely to hear him still making amazing music and working with Paris-based artist, vocalist and musician Karen Vogt. And that came out 25th of July. So if you like it, go and find it elsewhere as well and show your support.
You may enjoy finding out because when you send music to us at thesalopianmixtape.com, you fill in a little form, you tell us about you tell us about your tune, you can tell us about your upcoming gig dates, and you can also tell us something about you and your acts that other people might not know. A fun fact, if you will. And the fun fact we've received is Karen's furry assistants may or may not have helped in the production of this track. So I've just got visions of cats.
Do you?
With headphones on.
I've got visions of hundreds of mice who are like making sure everything's plugged in, tuning up the guitars, and like making sure that the plugins on everything are the right ones and all the settings are tuned. And just let the mice do all the sort of the techie work.
Yeah, I mean, they're not.
That sound said it all.
They're not the largest. They're not the largest of animals to have.
No, but teamwork.
As sound techs, but
probably.
Hey, I'd like to know who the furry assistants were. Is it just that there was just something nice there to pet?
Maybe. Yes.
Okay. Well, it's a wonderful fun fact.
It worked.
So share more of those with us when you want to send your music, because it does half make us smile.
And if you are making music, or perhaps you don't make music but you know somebody that is, and you was and are wanting to hear music from you on this here podcast, all you got to do is go to thesalopianmixtape.com. There you can submit your music to us. We shall listen to it, we shall consume it, we shall enjoy it, and we shall share it with the world on this fair podcast.
Speaking of furry assistants, we're you'll hear right on cue.
Hello Ali.
My little pooch Ali is here, and she's like, oh, you're talking. Please pay attention to me. You're flapping your ears around. Do you like that song? Yeah.
Yeah, like that song.
You stinky dog. You stinky dog.
Hey, there's no way to talk about me. Thank you.
Well, we're in my home at the moment, but we spent the rest of our time for recording this podcast somewhere a little louder.
just a little bit. We were at Albert's Shed in Shrewsbury for another Albert's Mixtape, which, if you are unfamiliar, Ali, you're probably attacking Michaela there. If you're unfamiliar with what Albert's Mixtape is, it's basically a collaboration between ourselves and Albert's Shed. So we work with Dave Mulby, who is he's part of Gauche. You would have heard him a bit earlier. He's the drummer in Gauche. He puts together a bunch of artists who we've played on the podcast, local musicians that we want to. Ali's properly like rolling around on the floor. You're not helping, Ali. It's a bunch of musicians and bands that we want to support who are from Shropshire, and then work with other bands as well from elsewhere to share Shropshire's music and bring everybody together. And so we go and we record stuff, and we record the music that is played out as well. You're going to hear some music from a great band called Brad Hunter and the Afterparty, but that's the Afterparty. The before party was when we spoke to them before they went on stage.
The Salopian Mixtape. Michaela Wild and Simon Berry.
Well, you are listening to the Salopian Mixtape with Michaela Wild and Simon Berry, and we have some very eager guests with us on the podcast today. Introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Rob.
I'm Brad.
I'm Billy, I'm the drummer.
And we are Brad Hunter and the Afterparty.
Excellent. Thank you very much for coming along to Albert's Shed in Shrewsbury tonight to perform for us. You're yet to go on stage.
Yeah.
We had a bit of the sound check.
We did.
We've had a little teaser.
A teaser of the sound check, and it sounded good. Yes. Which, I mean, don't be so surprised.
Yeah. We just never know. We were talking about it beforehand.
Yeah,
like
so
when you practice in your house and you've got your own, you think, oh, that sounds good. That sounds good. And then you go on the stage and you think, well, it sounds good in the house. It's sounding a bit different here. Is it sounding good out there? And it's like one of them, isn't it? Like, you're not really ever sure. And we've had a few nightmares of gigs where we think it sounds mint on the stage. We listen back to videos and it's like no guitar. It's like completely not how we had it in our heads.
Yeah.
But so if it sounded good, we're happy, aren't we?
We'll take that.
We'll take it. Yeah, for sure.
So, how did you guys all meet and become Brad Hunter and the Afterparty? I'm guessing a big part of this is one Brad Hunter.
Well, pretty much. Yeah. He's kind of the central point of the whole project.
Yeah,
really,
it is.
You know? Yeah.
A lot of it is. So when I met you guys last time, I was on my own, like Brad Hunter, solo singer-songwriter. But I had Rob playing in the band for quite a lot of it, and a guy called Alex Cade, and he was drumming for me. Then, after I saw you guys over 2 years ago, I went to New Zealand. For 2 years I was travelling, wrote a bunch of songs, loads and loads of songs, lots of inspiration from just trying to get myself. It's weird, I was thinking about it today in the shower, strangely, but I was thinking about the fact that when you're outside your comfort zone so much, you've got no family, you've got no friends, you've got no home comforts, you're like forced constantly every day to be out of your comfort zone. It almost like drives this different sort of creative energy. It's really bizarre. Anyway, so all these songs just came out. Formed a little band over there. It was going quite well in Wellington in New Zealand, so when it was time to come back, I thought I've got to get the band going again. Messaged Rob I've known since school, so he's keen straight away. But Billy,
yeah, it was literally
your story.
I saw a post on a Facebook group, wasn't it?
Which normally never turns out well, does it?
And I'm never on Facebook either, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I went on there and I was like, oh, someone's looking for a band, you know. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
I'll just drop him a message, you know. And from there, I just came for practice, and then
and he's taken off since then.
Taken off, yeah.
And he's literally the perfect drummer for this band. Like the way he drums, exactly how me and Rob like our drummer to play with us, and he's super keen. So and also because he's a bit younger, he's well into his TikTok. He knows what he's doing. I don't know what I'm doing at all with that. It's literally.
I ask Billy, because I mean you're playing the drums, but you've had a bit of an incident. Tell us about your foot.
So I got smashed a week ago.
Oh my god!
And then I woke up the following day and I couldn't walk, so I thought, well, I better take a trip up to A&E. And I've been on crutches for a week, but I'm still drumming with this tonight.
You're still drumming
Does
with
it
the
make
old
it more
dude.
difficult? I'm guessing.
It makes it more painful. Definitely more painful.
Well, it was a bit of a nightmare. He rang me, it was like Saturday, and it was like, oh yeah, Brad, don't be worried, but yeah, I basically had to go to a fractures clinic. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, yeah, all I'm saying is we've got all these festivals coming up, might need a lift kind of thing. And I was like, you're all joking, but whatever, we'll just do it, that's what we'll do. But yeah, he doesn't remember it, but luckily it's on the mend now, isn't it? It's just funny seeing him in a boot.
Yeah, it doesn't really go with my other shoe.
His boot that is currently across your lap, I must just mention.
You keep it elevated all the time.
Yeah, always keep it elevated. It's first stage.
It's nice to see you care about one another.
Yeah, and you're like the dad of the group, right?
Oh my God, don't say that. Someone called me old the other day. I'm only 29, and someone said, yeah, I reckon people like of your generation would do that. And I thought, and they were 21, and I was like, have I got to the bit where, when people start going, of your generation? Oh no.
It's the horrifying, you've got to fill in forms and you get into a new age category and you go,
I can't do that.
It's when you start working with somebody who was born in this millennium that you go, oh no, everything's over.
I'm 24 years old, and you're like, what?
It's crazy. It's terrifying.
Yeah, because what was it? We were talking about it the other day. I remember when Green Day American Idiot came out, right? Year 6. I was riding my bike, last day of year 6, had my Walkman on, like a CD or whatever in my backpack. And I was telling Billy about it. I remember the first time I heard that, Boulevard of Broken Dreams and all that. And apparently you were born in that year.
Yeah, I don't even know. I think I was either born in that year or I hadn't even been conceived or something.
Or something like that.
That's the song that made it happen.
It didn't even exist, I don't think.
Oh my God.
And you were like,
I just couldn't.
So old.
So old. Yeah. Anyway. But no, we're looking forward to playing tonight. Awesome bands on, Adult Play. I've been desperate to play with them. Obviously they did so well. Last 2 years they've been doing so well. Obviously Loot Fest, Castle Stage. I was just like, yes lads. And the fact we get a chance to play with them again now. Played with them years ago when they first started out, and just to see their trajectory is amazing. It's awesome.
Yeah, so, it's a great lineup. Even though we say to ourselves, we should point out we have little to do with them in a way. We send David Mulby off to go and fit a criteria for us, and he comes up trumps every time. But
yeah, he's awesome. He just straight away reached out, and we're here now. So
we're happy to be here, aren't we?
Yeah, sure. Happy to be here. And we've got a few things coming up. We've now got Landed as well. That's next week. So Cross Keys in Llanfachlin on the Friday. Landed. Then we've got Percy's in August. Oh, we've got Farmer Phil's before that, 8th/9th, 10th. But on that weekend's a bit awkward because we've got another festival up in Runcorn the day after Farmer Phil's. It's a camper van festival, honestly. It's going to be wild. Straight up there, come back. Yeah, Percy's, and then what else have we got then?
We're coming back here at some point.
Oh, we got Wrexham.
Well, we? Yeah.
Got Wrexham.
We're coming back here.
We're coming back here as well?
August, is it? Or
I don't think here.
Okay, I've got my dates wrong. But
we've definitely got a lot coming up, and it's all on our socials. And today we released Chasing Highs, didn't we?
We did.
Our EP, 3 tracks. We've got Chasing Highs, which is like the leading single on it. Painkiller we already released, but we've remixed it a bit now, make it a little bit more to our taste. And we got Sunny Day. Now, Sunny Day is one of them dark horses that I think that's probably my favourite song, even though it's called Chasing Highs. But Sunny Day, how good is that when it comes in? Oh my God. So yeah, really good day for us. Releasing an EP, 3 tracks, and then playing with you guys here, and it's awesome. Yeah,
superb. So if people want to find out more about you guys, where do they look?
Where do they go? Okay, Instagram we're pretty good on. So obviously Instagram, Facebook we're pretty good on. So it's Brad Hunter and the Afterparty, and on each of them they've got a link tree, and the link tree is in the bio. If you click that, it has all of our, Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, Bandcamp. We've got all that as well, and all our stuff is Apple Music, iTunes, and what's the other lot?
Spotify?
The Spotify. I think I said that, did I?
I think you did say that, actually.
Yeah, all of them basically.
Everywhere.
But it's all in that link tree, which is quite handy. So so if you want to find us, that's where to go.
So all things Brad Hunter and the Afterparty, go to Instagram. Perfect.
I don't know if I trust the after. I don't trust the Afterparty too much. Though, looking at the selected release.
We need to drive at some point. So
we have got a reputation, to be fair. So this is what it looks like.
Good luck on the drums, Billy.
Thanks, guys.
You're gonna need the hi-hat, so we don't need to worry too much. Yeah. If it was the other foot, we'd be a lot more worried.
Thank you very much, guys. Have a good show.
All right.
Cheers.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
This one's called Chasing Highs. We released it today. Get on Spotify and give us some love. I should've let it go. She sleeps with a loaded gun, and I know gotta let it go. I wanna die here, crumbling in my place, falling out of shape. Time again. Everybody move. Hey, hey, hey. Smoke rings in the parking lot, yeah. I know when you wanna die young. Should've stopped you when you ought to know. But I know gotta let it go. I wanna die here, crumbling in my place, falling out of shape. I wanna love you, fix your broken brain. You're always in a state while the lovers miss the train. When the party's over, when the night begins to fade, inside your eyes I'm chasing eyes again. Inside your eyes I'm chasing eyes again.
it's fair to say that Brad Hunter and the Afterparty put on one hell of a show. Like, Brad got the audience singing along, dancing, dropping down to the ground.
Yeah.
They were all eating out the palm of his hand. He looked like he was having an absolute blast. But I feel like he's one of these people that's just, you know, people have got just a charisma. I don't want to say they've got it, but, you know.
Je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, there's just something on stage where they are able to absolutely captivate an audience and make every person just feel involved with that gig. And Brad's definitely got that. It's like he was born to do this.
Yeah, there's definite... I think what's improved as well over seeing... Because I think we saw him maybe 5 years ago.
At the other place.
And he was a solo artist at that time. Now he's got a band. I think it frees him up to be him more on stage.
There's
and
personality, isn't there?
I think it provides him that platform to show himself off and his abilities off, knowing that he's got the backup and not having to do everything. So it really shows. And he mentioned that he was in New Zealand working and gigging a lot there with a band, and I think doing that has helped him a huge amount as well. And everything, it seems to be on a really nice upward trajectory for him. So I'm really excited for what the future has in store for Brad Hunter, and indeed the Afterparty, broken foot drummer or not.
Oh my goodness, I couldn't believe it. You would not have known that. I mean, the other guys in the band, super talented as well. They seem like a really great tight knit group. But yeah, playing drums with a completely out of action foot is absolutely something else. We wouldn't have known.
No, wouldn't have known. But thankfully it wasn't the kick drum foot, because that would have been, I think there would have been more screaming from the back of the stage.
Yeah, maybe part of the track Atmos, not Asmos. Atmos. Can you tell I'm tired?
That's something else completely. That's when you sit down for too long.
Oh right. Speaking of something else completely, shall we hear another tune from their live set?
Yes, please.
It was flipping good, wasn't it?
It was good, wasn't it?
It was really, really
Here
good.
is then another track from Brad Hunter and the Afterparty, live at Albert's Shed in Shrewsbury in, when was it? Mid-July? Something like that, for the Salopian mixtape.
I'd just taken a swig of my beverage.
And then I asked you a question. So this then, Brad Hunter and the Afterparty live.
Who's coming up to play this harmonica with me? Go on then, Cliff. Round of applause here for this man. Yeah, baby. This one's from our new single, Chasing Highs. Like I say, it's out today. It's called Sunny Day. I wanna have friends. I wanna be a trend on you. Do you wanna be happy? I sing myself to sleep, write a couple of songs on a stage to nobody, just you. Do you wanna be happy? Hey man, you're doing so well. You got a pretty face, but you look like hell, like colors in the rain. on a sunny day. Yeah, you're doing so well. You've got a pretty face, but you look like hell, like colors in the rain. On a sunny day. What I'd like you to do is to get your lighters out on your phone and sway them in the air. Get your torches out. Woo! I used to be a king. Hotel flowers and champagne, all with you. We were so happy. I said I used to be a king. Hotel flowers, flowers and champagne, only with you. We were so happy. But hey man, you're doing so well. You've got a pretty face and you look like hell. You like colors in the rain. On a sunny day, yeah, you're doing so well. You've got a pretty face, but you look like hell, like colors in the rain. On a sunny day. On a sunny day. Copy after me, you ready? Oh, la 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 Thank you so much. Thanks, Claire.
Fantastic live music then from Brad Hunter and the Afterparty at the most recent Albert's Mixtape, and you will hear more live music, fabulous live music, on the next episode of this here podcast from...
So I'm just trying to get my head around what the heck just happened, but the next podcast you are going to hear live music from
which is what you might say when you were
interested in a little bit of adult play.
There we go. So we've grouped them together nicely.
Yeah, I think so. So it's going to be a smutty next episode of the Salopian Mixtape. It's not going to be smutty. Don't. It's actually going to be really wholesome.
Yeah, we had some really lovely chats with both bands and learnt lots of things about both of them, and it was legitimately absolutely lovely, and they were both incredible on the stage.
Yeah.
So
definitely subscribe to the podcast if you aren't already, so that when that next episode comes out, you should be the first to hear it. Plug it into your ear holes and listen to some brilliant music from artists from Shropshire and slightly further afield in the case of War, but they were performing at Shrewsbury's Albert Shed, so we'll allow it because they played our event and they were really good as well.
I think we should play some more music.
Michaela Wild, I think you're right. We'll play you some music from an artist from Albrighton who's been making music for many a moon. He does it for the love of it, and he's a guy who is in his 50s, I believe, and he's
not a day over 21.
Not a day over 21, but he just has a real love for music, and I love him. I think he's a wonderful guy, and I think that when I hear his music, the place that it takes me to is some James Taylor sort of vibes. So we're going to play you this song, which I hope you're going to enjoy.
What a part you played. So you're in every line of my song. The love you show, the you I know. With every line where they belong. From judgment calls, weakened by force. I couldn't find a way in the snow. I was touching on fear, you saw it clear. You didn't need to see me to know. And what if you hadn't been there? What if you found it all too much to bear? But you were there. What if you weren't available? Told me you couldn't find the time to spare. But you were there. As the beggar might kneel and the blind might feel on the brow of a threatening land. Came a word in the air, said you were there. To never let go of my hand. And what if you hadn't been there? What if you found it all too much to bear? But you were there. But you were there. I fall, I call, I grieve and I cry. I live, I give, I breathe and I die. What if I fall? I flee.
So that was Steve Carey and You Were There, a tune that I kept on going, oh, and being quite surprised at what was happening musically in like the chord progressions and stuff. Genuinely quite surprised throughout the journey of that tune in a wonderful way.
We were listening to it earlier and you're going, I wasn't expecting that. And then another 10 seconds later going, oh, I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting that. It should have been called I Wasn't Expecting That, but it was called You Were There. It's by Steve Carey. And he tells us that, he says, I suppose it all began when my father had a piano in the living room but couldn't play it. And I thought maybe one day I could do a bit better, but I can't. And he was terrible. But I think you're underselling yourself there, Steve. If you want to find out more about him, just search for Steve Carey. He's released a bunch of tunes over the years, and they're all with that same sort of warmth.
So I think that's about it for this episode. And I think, we've so that we could do real justice to the amazing live music that happened at the last Albert's mixtape, it had to be spread out across 2 separate episodes. It's just to leave you wanting more.
Because I was just sitting here thinking, there's something we haven't done. There's more that we haven't. We needed to play more for you, and I realise it is because we have another 2 bands that we haven't played you from Albert's mixtape. So we're going to be bringing that to you in the next episode. You'll hear from Four and Adult Play, excellent bands, and the chats that go along with it. You will fall in love with them because they're just wonderful people, funny and really genuinely nice.
If you enjoyed hearing from the artists that performed at Albert's mixtape that we've shared with you during this episode. So you have music from Gauche, and you have music also from
Brad Hunter and the Afterparty.
You'll be able to see some videos when I get around to finishing them and putting them on the internet on our social media pages. So if you're not already following the Salopian mixtape across all good and some bad but not the worst social media pages, then have a look for the Salopian mixtape. Give us a follow. You'll be able to see some little videos. So if you're wondering what these bands look like, if you want to see some of these chats in 3D, follow us.
You can also see what we look like as well. Terrifying. I'm talking about myself here, Michaela. I was being self-deprecating to myself here.
It's fair. We'll be back in the next episode with more music, and if you want that episode to feature music from you or someone you know, point yourself or them towards the internet to thesalopianmixtape.com. It'll take you just a few minutes to fill out a wee little form. Send us your music.
Send your music, pal. Yes, so with that, subscribe to the show, get the next episode as it comes out. Thank you very much.
The Salopian Mixtape with Simon Berry and Michaela Wilde. Bringing you Shropshire's best new music. You can get your music heard at thesalopianmixtape.com.